Hello and welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to talk about the incredibly talented Alexis Mac Allister. He's been lighting up the Premier League for Brighton this season. He has one hell of a prospect of a player. And as we were victorious in the same semi-final clash against the Seagulls yesterday, I'm wondering and asking if United could be the perfect destination for Alexis Mac Allister, who's a World Cup winner. He's a World Cup, and he knows the butcher. So maybe that can be a little bit of a tug our way for him. Anyway, Mac Allister's been turning heads with his electrifying performances at Brighton, and on top of lining up his signature this summer, can United snag the 24-year-old wonderkid and boost our attacking options? So Mac Allister shone on the world stage during the World Cup for Argentina, and he's caught the eye of top clubs kind of like the world over, really. And again, it's mentioned that United are in for him, so are Chelsea, so are Liverpool, and his father's recently come out and confirmed that his son is likely to leave Brighton this summer as he's looking for a new challenge. So United could benefit from him because he's a goal-scoring midfielder. He's quite versatile. Mac Allister has netted 8 league goals and created 30 chances this season for Brighton. His close control makes him kind of like a nightmare, really, for defenders, as he can and seems to do it effortlessly, glide through tight spaces between players. He's just quick-footed. He can think quickly. Could he in a United shirt replicate the performance we've seen him do for Brighton? It seems to be a bit of a hoodoo, doesn't there, for United players? They come to the club and they're not what they were. But at least this guy's doing it in the Prem. So I think personally that Erik Ten Hag would appreciate Mac Allister's defensive work rate, because he's made 55 tackles and 22 interceptions this season, and incredibly he's regained. So Brighton have lost possession. Mac Allister has helped regain possession 98 times in that middle third, and it's not every day you find an attacking midfielder with such determination. So Brighton's boss, Roberto De Zerbi, I think that's right, believes Mac Allister can reach even greater heights. Basically, he's only 24. He's in the early stages of his career. So he thinks he can be moved further into a more of attacking roles than he has been. So De Zerbi has unlocked a new level of performances from Mac Allister, showing more of his talent and enable him to score more, make more assists, and he's become a prized asset for the Seagulls. So United and Ten Hag's people obviously got a closer look at Mac Allister during the FA Cup semi-final yesterday. In that competition, in the FA Cup as a whole this season, Mac Allister scored 2 goals and he's provided us many assists. So we had a hard time, should I say, trying to contain him yesterday. But Brighton's strong defensive record obviously meant it was a tough game for both sides, and we ultimately went through to penalties, which we won. Well done. I wasn't confident about that, were you? So what about the price? I mean, snapping up Mac Allister won't be cheap. Brighton signed him for 6.9 million from Argentinos Juniors 4 years ago, but his value skyrocketed since to around the market value is about £43 million. However, it's said that he could go for about 60 million if there's a bit of a bidding war goes on. I mean, is he worth that kind of money? You let me know in the comments below. Is his performances worth spending 60 million? For me, he would likely be an ideal signing along with a striker. So let's say, for example, Ivan Toney for 50 to 70 million and Mac Allister, say, for 43 to 60 million. That means, and of course, I mean, all this is opinion, it's my opinion and guesswork, but let's say for those 2 players, United would cost United 130 million. Where's that money going to come from? That's what we need to know. Well, it's a guess, obviously. Here's my thoughts. Ten Hag would have to sell to be able to buy, unfortunately. The uncertainty around that has been caused by the Glazers' delaying tactics when selling the club. So let's say they give Ten Hag 100 million, and that's obviously a guess. I've no idea whether they're going to get 100 million. He may get more, may get less. So they give him 100 million. So with Ivan Toney and Alexis Mac Allister, there's a 100. They cost 130 million, let's say, 60 for Mac Allister, 70 for Tony. So that's 130 million. There'd be a 30 million shortfall. So where could Ten Hag get that extra money? Now, I'm thinking that could be from the sale of 6 players. So the first player obviously being Harry Maguire. However, I have to say that his recent performances for United have probably decreased his value, not increased it. So let's say we get 25 million for the sale of Maguire. I know that's a massive hit on what we paid for him, but we're not going to get anywhere near about what we paid for him. And so we sell him for 25 million. We need 130 million. We've got 100 million. We sell Maguire for 25 million. Obviously, that leaves us with 5 million to make up. So to make that up, along with the sale of Maguire, I think we should try and sell Anthony Martial. Now, his current market value is 15 million. And I'm going to assume, just for the sake of this video and time, that United get the 15 million for him. So next there's Scott McTominay. His market value is around 25 million, but there's talk that Newcastle United are interested. And even though Erik Ten Hag sees him as a good squad player and really isn't making any efforts to sell him this summer, the club are rumoured to be in this position, which is, if someone comes in and offers a kind of a good fee, a good amount of money for Scott McTominay, then they will let him go. And that's thought to be around 50 million. So 50 million for Anthony Martial. Sorry, 15 million for Anthony Martial. 50 million for Scott McTominay. Then we've got Donny van der Beek. Obviously he's out with that knee injury, and it didn't look like he could push his way into the first team at any point, so his value's around 17 million. Then we've got Eric Bailly, who's been out of the squad for quite some time and won't be in contention. His value has plummeted to around 8 million. And similar to Bailly, we've got Alex Telles, who's been on loan at Sevilla, didn't start for them against us, or could have, but could have. His value is 12 million. So all in total, those 6 players, if we sell them at their expected market values, the money in would be £127 million, meaning United would have to find just £3 million to buy Ivan Toney for 70, Alexis Mac Allister for 60. So that's getting a striker and getting a quality midfielder. By the way, Ivan Toney's a proven Premier League goal scorer. So I mean, would we be taking a risk? Maybe, but he's young. He's 27 years old, so he's got a few years left in him. And let's say we get him for 70 million. That's a bit of a steal. But and then we've got obviously Alexis Mac Allister. That's 60 million. So 130 million. So with the sale of those 6 players I mentioned, we'd still have a £3 million shortfall. Of course, that doesn't take into account signing on fees, wages. That all comes out. It all adds up. But it does mean that selling those 6 players would give Ten Hag a significant boost in his spending ability this summer. There of course one caveat, there always is, isn't there? And that's the Glazers. What will they give the manager? We just don't know. Will they give? Let's say you sell those 6 players. Will they give Ten Hag all the money made? We don't know anything beyond that. It's. I mean, roughly anyway. United would, the 97. They make up 97% of what the cost of those 2 players would be. So what he'd need to sign Ivan Toney and Alexis Mac Allister, and he'd just have to find 3 million. And obviously he'd have if he got an 100 million transfer budget from the Glazers, he'd have a reasonable amount of money left and be able to probably go and buy another player, another quality world class type of player, or a couple of up and coming players. What do you think? Please let me know in the comments below. So that's it for kind of like this little bit of a deep dive video. I mean, obviously Mac Allister's a rising star who could be a perfect addition to Manchester United's midfield. Let me know what you think. Should we splash the cash on him? What do you think? Let me know your opinions. Thanks for watching. Please smash a like on the video, and if you don't subscribe, please subscribe. Thank you.